Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MVR live here in downtown Youngstown. DJ Oakley with you alongside a very special young man, a man who needs no introduction, QB1, also varsity basketball player, can do a little bit of everything. AOB Ashton O'Brien joins us for the millionth time here on YSN. Ashton, for you, this ride has been more like a roller coaster than it has a walk in the park.
For sure.
What has stood out to you about the adversity that you have faced as a young individual, young man, and you've overcome time after time after time to become this great young man that you are sitting here talking to us today?
I mean, it's just for sure you could tell that it's hard. It's going to be hard to, come back after a bad season and just try to make the program better, but you just got to work hard every day and, you got to embrace the challenge, try to get better and just try to lift up your teammates, be a good teammate, good leader. And, I mean, I've tried to do that all 4 years, really. And now coming into this last basketball season, it's like time's ticking, coming down to the end of it, want to make the most of it, want to win another championship, and even more after that.
Are you part of this bird gang that's going to try lacrosse or do something like that?
I don't think so.
Everybody's trying to play lacrosse right now. I love it. I was talking to Pregabon, and I said, hey, if you guys, you got enough athletes that are just kind of hanging out there. You guys could do something in the world of lacrosse. Imagine bringing home a state championship lacrosse to Cardinal Mooney.
That'd be crazy, but I'm probably just going to, train and work out through the off season in the spring.
Lay low. I can appreciate that. You got enough on your plate for the last 4 years. What has the last 4 years been like? Was it the blink of an eye, or was it, you can feel like the ebbs and flows of it and feel the bumps and bruises?
Yeah, like you said, it was definitely a roller coaster, but a lot of fun. And, a lot of people tell me or had told me that, like, your high school years go really fast, like a blink of an eye, like you said, and they for sure did. Like, we're at the end of it, and it felt like just yesterday I was just a freshman, just stepping into Mooney for the first time.
It's incredible, and now you're leading Mooney. You walk down the halls and people say, hey, well, first they look up. If they're anything like me, they look up at you and they say, hey, that's Ashton O'Brien. I want to be like that guy. Has the celebrity status kind of, does it ever get old? Like, does it ever become old hat? When you're walking, and some of these kids that are Mooney fans and future Mooney Cardinals, when they're looking at you and they're high-fiving you when you're on the basketball court and fist-bumping you, does that ever get old?
No, that's all cool and stuff. But, like, every year when the new freshmen come in, I try to, like, be a role model for them and, just be friends with them and try to, like, be there for them and anything they need in the school or anything new in sports for sure. So, like, I just try to be a role model for them. So, like, when they're going to be a quarterback, like the freshman quarterback this year, we're really good friends. So, I just try to show them what I've done and just try to help them with that, really.
Who was the guy for you when you were a freshman?
When I was a freshman, it was probably like Mick Hergenrother for basketball, and then like everybody on my freshman year, everybody on the football team. I really liked that senior class a lot. So all of them, really.
That's phenomenal. To graduate a Cardinal Mooney Cardinal, what does that mean to you?
Definitely means a lot. The history of the place is sweet for sure. You see all the banners, 8 state championships and stuff like that, and really just the network, like all these people around us, like the esteemed alumni and stuff. It's really cool to be a part of, and you get to talk to a lot of people that are really important, and they're there for you, and if I ever need anything, I can talk to a lot of people.
It wasn't long ago that we talked. You guys were in the playoffs, so when you think about your future, is it football? Is it basketball? Is it we're still deciding? What is it for you? What do you want to do? And ultimately, I'd like to say where do you want to be, but I don't want to show you. Do you want to be somewhere warm? Do you want to be somewhere cold? Do you want to be somewhere big, somewhere small? Where do you want to be?
You might not believe it, but I actually really do like Youngstown and around here, being around my family and stuff. But, we're still undecided. Probably going to end up playing football somewhere, though.
Doug Phillips. Doug. This guy. Legit. You mentioned in earlier in this interview to be a teammate. That's one of the most important things to you. What does it mean to you to be a teammate? Not just in football, not just in basketball, but in general. To be a good teammate, what does it mean to you?
Just to help everybody, like, learn or, like, be there for them when they're down or they're having a bad game or something like that. Just showing that everybody has bad games, bad days, stuff like that. But I mean, really just being a family. Like Mooney's a really big family. Like everybody comes together, this basketball team, the football team, even in the school. Like you could talk to any teacher, any other person really, and like I just try to be there for anybody else, like family.
I love that. Family is very important to you. I know that. Talk about your family. I know we talk about it all the time, but talk about your family, why they're so important to you, why they're so meaningful to you, and why they're always on your mind, even when you're on the field.
Yeah, I mean, they're all so important to me, but starting with my parents, they've given me everything. They're why I'm here today. And I mean, just a big family, bunch of siblings, cousins, all that. So just, I've always been around them and like playing football with them from like since I was like 2 years old probably. So really, they've helped me to be where I am today, and I love them all, hanging around all of them. It's a lot of fun, honestly.
All right, I know mom and dad mean a ton to you from that standpoint. When you look at the characteristics, right, the things that you admire most about the matador and I don't even know, the matriarch and patriarch of your family, are those things that you admire? What's one thing specifically that you admire about your mom and your dad?
I mean, probably their work ethic, honestly, because they both worked so hard to get where they are today, and you could tell, and that's what I strive to do. And I mean, other than that, just how much they love everybody in the family and how much it really shows. And like, I want to be like my dad in the future.
Dad's a good man. I know that for a fact, and he cares a lot about you, man. So do I. I've been a fan the entire way.
Thank you.
To this day, man, we're proud of you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Thank you.
for all the great games, for being a good teammate, for being a good role model to everybody out there on YSN. If you're looking for someone, if your mom and dad looking for someone to follow for your son or daughter, this is a guy's career that you want to continue to track, even in the archives of YSN. Ashton O'Brien,
Thank
AOB.
you. Thanks for having me.
My favorite. That'll do it from MVR. We'll see you next time right here on YSN.